today I'm determined to go faster than the sound of light. I always say it, but paintings keep taking ages, so I'm determined to get this one done a little bit faster, so I don't, so I really don't take up too much of your time. Keep taking up loads of your time. Right, let's get, what shall we have? An orangey colour, not an orangey colour, a creamy colour. So I'll mix some up into my yellow, what's got a bit of green in it, so hopefully this, it's light red, it's actually to me more of a brown than a red, because it's got that bit of red in. Hopefully it'll take that yellowish tint out. There. Is that paper still wet enough? Probably not. Let's whack a bit more across top. A bit more white across top there. That's it. Alright, there's some clouds coming in there, about there, there and there. I'm determined to go fast. Gone into some ultramarine blue and wash my brush, that's going a bit green. Maybe I'll stick a touch of red in it to take that green off. I didn't even wash my brush. There we are, that's given me a nice dark blue. I think what I might do, if it don't thin out properly, I might go to some cerulean as I go down. There, that'll be alright, that will. It's thinning out as I go down. A little bit anyway. Down to there, I'll just go around these hills and go around them. There we are. That'll be. There. Now, tell you what. Let's make these look like clouds then. It's better, they look more like clouds now, don't they? Down on bottoms of these as well. There. Let's put a cloud in there. There's some fields cutting across there. Probably in a similar colour. Tell you what, I'm going to dip that same colour without washing my brush into a bit of that creamy yellow where I've got. Let's just see what colour that's got. And bring it up there. Say that's the perfect colour, to be honest. And that's just a really, really distant hill. Background there. I'd say probably let's stick in that a bit more of that light red. Make it slightly darker. And just see if I can cut in a few. Just a hint, there are a few farmers' fields in there. Is that dark enough? A tad more. Maybe it's one there. Take that across there. Hopefully that'll dry nice. In fact, shall I just have a dry? Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do before I start drying. Just dip my brush into some tiny bit of water, but I didn't take any colour out really, I just left the colour in. I'm going to come into this. Just hopefully blend them colours a bit better. So I'll get a natural look there. I'll probably be going over this bit. Deep, deep, deep there. And then this one's gone even slightly brighter. Straight into there like that. That's a little bit brighter. I'll leave a tiny few little tiny white bits in there for a bit of highlights where the sun's catching. There. It's nice, that cloud just disappearing behind that hill. Like that. Right, let's get that dry. Actually, I'm thinking before I get too dry, put them trees in. See them trees, you don't know what I'm talking about because you haven't seen me on the picture, but there's some trees to go in. Right, so I got yellow, bit of that reddish brown, and back in. So it's Watercolours I've used. Probably. Normally I'd put a bit of that blue from that sky in, but because I've got some green what I had given me, I don't like mixing, having ready-made green. I like to mix my own. But because I got it for free, I splodged a bit of that in. Right. I don't need my spiky brush because these trees are a bit too far away. A bit higher up actually. They're a bit too far away to have the spiky. You won't see all them tiny little leaves, so I don't need my spiky brush. These have got to look like they're growing up that way because although they're on a curve, they're still going to grow that way, not that way just because they're on a curve. Yeah, right. That's that. I think what I'm going to do is squeeze my brush out, back into that yellow. Just into there like that. About across there. Oh yeah. Well, stick some more in there. Give it a few little highlights and stuff. There we are. Job's a good one. Right. Got to scratch some houses in now, so actually let's sip more coffee. Right, that one will probably do it, or that one I'm just getting some snapped up credit card things. Right, now then I'm going to need some darks in here now. I have to work fast because if that starts drying I'm going to be struggling. So some dark. I've gone brown. Don't want that dripping, that might be too wet. That's way too wet. Much too wet. Trouble is I'm scrubbing at these colours. I'm not using a wet paint to go into. I let my paints dry. Well, probably if you demonstrate it, it takes a little bit longer to sort out, so it might not be the best ideas, but if you want to save money it can be quite good. Well, I'm all for saving money, like, you know. Actually I'll put that blue in and that blue stains because I've got to scratch some of this back out in a minute. Let's go into some dark green. Some dark green in here like this one. That's it, and then I'm just going to try my best. I've gone straight in with that colour what we're on there into my yellow. Just going to try my best to soften them edges back in again there, on it, just on edges there like that. There, is that dark enough? You know what, I'd say probably not. So, no worries, straight into more burnt umber. Make it darker. More burnt umber. I'm going to start softening these paints up before I start painting. That's my thing, I think, to do. Right, into some Payne's grey. Some of that blue. Oh, that looks lovely. Then into that really, really dark green. And then back into that bright yellow. Without washing my brusher out. Just soften them edges up again. And I'll sort that bottom line out in a bit. For now, that'll do. In fact, let me squeeze that brush out. Let's do it now. I've squeezed my brush. I didn't actually wash it, I just squeezed it out and then went straight into yellow, and it's gone quite clean. See, that'll probably end up looking like a bit of a shadow in there. I haven't even decided in my head really which way light's coming in. It's coming in that way, I think. Right, let's just get some eyes in now then before it starts drying. So there's a roof here about, it's come up quite high. There's a roof about there like that. Alright, about there, and that comes down there, straight down. And then that's to about there, and then it comes down there like that. If I move that up there like that and come back down there, it'll leave me that little line for a shadow. Right, texture remove lines that. There, it's damaged my paper a little bit. This will work better on a better quality paper that way. But I have a little shed or something here, I think. That's like a little shed, that is. Let's just do that like that. I'll put a little thing down there. That's a little shed. Then there's another thing coming about there. That's just another ass. And down there, that's the side of that ass there. That's the roof in. I think I'll put my little chimneys in with a bit of white gouge. So that's a hint of a few houses and a shed. I'll go in with some gouge and sort of improve that in a minute. Right, some more yellow, still haven't washed my brush. I'll come in here with some yellow across top of there, look like that. Leaving a couple of little highlights there, look. And then I'll come back in here, sweep that out. Oh, that looks quite nice. Then I'll use some of that muck from there into the bottom of there. I think I might do that again. Get some of that muck out of there, look. That looks nice. How it goes down there into there. Tell you what I have lost, what's virtually disappeared. Them tiny bits of fields in back there where I put in. Not to worry, but it's a bit of a shame. Right, so that's that. Let's give that a dry. Right, this will work brilliant on proper paper, by the way, but on this paper not so much. But it's still a quick way of scratching them out. Right, but what we probably have to do is go back in and just do a little bit extra. So right now, I want to get some white gouge. Where it's done, it's damaged my paper, and I'm not particularly bothered, it's not. It'll turn a bit dusty when it dries, and I'll just wipe the damaged bits off. It'll be alright. I'm just touching up a bit now. I think that one's okay. Touch that one up a little bit. Let's go in there a bit. That's it. I'll do this top one a bit. Even this stuff fades back a bit. That, for some reason, is coming down. I think that needs to go. up higher there, down that side. So I'll just do that. Okay, I'll leave that. Right, the sun is coming in this way on the other picture, so I'm copying off a picture what I originally did as a photograph, and then has ended up as a painting, so I'm going off one of my old paintings. Big chimney there. Oh, this one. This must be an house. There's a little chimney in the middle. So I put it in the middle, out a big daft in the middle. Now I'm going to leave that. I reckon that'll look better as an art building rather than an house. Put a bit of white in there because sun's coming in that way. That'll work better. There. Nice highlights in right places, look. It just works when you scrape it out, so that's what I've been doing sometimes. A tiny bit more up there. Let's see. You probably won't have to do this gouge bit if you're on good quality paper. That would have scraped back much whiter than that. Right, I'm thinking now. I think I'm going to go for that light red for my roof. Get a lot of these light red roof tiles, so I'll try a bit of that. Just mix some up. I've actually mixed it up in the area where I mix my yellows, so it might have a tiny bit of yellow in it. Well, I won't worry too much. I'll leave some of them little white bits as little highlights. I think I'll just go for the same colour here. Leaving a few white bits for highlights. Now, that brick colour. I think I'm going to just mix this lighter, more of a cream. Oh, that's better. I've mixed more yellow in with that, took it more of a cream, and then I'll try and leave a few more highlights on this side. That's it, same down there, that's the way the light's coming in. And that other side, oh, I'll tell you what, I'll just use that on this roof. That's a shed, maybe that's a shed, so that's wood, so that's a slightly different colour. Right, and then in this back bit here, that's the same colour. This is darker, but because it's got that black in it, it'll look darker anyway. Yeah, that's sound. So I just mix same colour. Oh, there's a bit there, isn't there? That'd be darker on the back of there. A bit in that roof and all. I'm happy with that. That's just a little hint of a ass. Tell you what I could do. Get a tiny little brush. Let's just try this. I could just pop in a couple of windows like that, something like that. Just the hint of a couple of windows. I might leave it at that. It looks like it was a bit too dark on that side. And this bit here, do my reading glasses on for this, just to do that. Bit there, maybe there's a bit under there. There's a little bit. Yeah, maybe there's a little bit under there. Oh yeah, that's nice. A bit under there. There's a bit there already on that one. There's a bit on. That's okay. I could even pop in a bit of a hint where there's a ridge line. You know how I know it's called a ridge line? I've done a bit of roofing in past, Anna. Done quite a lot of roofing in past. Labouring for roofers. That's what I've done. Right. That'll do me nicely. Right, what colour's on this big brush again? Because I'm just thinking, come back through there like that. Just swoop that across there and soften that in. Dip into a bit more water. That's just giving me a little bit extra texture in there. Right, I can make a decision now. I've got a choice. Do I have that light against dark or dark against light? So I'm going to have that going more in shadow here and have that light against dark. So if I go into some blue, I'll make it a bluey cooler colour. Let's add a green. So I'll go, so it ends up a dark green. So if I do that into there, look, cross there. I don't have to be that careful really. And then just melt that out into that yellow. And then I'm thinking, pour a bit more in. No, I can just, it'll just drip in now if I just pop it up there. Just the darker colours, just let it drip in. Some more blue in. Hopefully that'll drop to that perfect bit about there. Oh, lovely jubbly. And then just smooth that across to there, and that's getting me a nice dark against light. And then I think what I'll do is I'll do the same here. Some dark in there, going towards some light, so I'll have this bottom bit nice and dark. And then this top bit just gone into my yellow, bit lighter there, and then I'll squeeze it all out. Some clean water to soften that in, and that gives me my really light at top. I'm going to dry that, put a couple of bods in. Spin it upside down a second. Spin it back again. Rid of them hairs there. Is that in the right place for you to see it? Across that way slightly. A little bit more dry. The rest of that will dry on its own. Right, so all I need now, Peter and Paul out looking for some worms. Right then. There. Peter and Paul out looking for a few worms. That's a really simple one. That's the most tricky bit, getting that in. If you want to, you can come in a little bit of that designer's gouge. And you can pop some highlights in across top of that chimney. In fact, let's put that all in. Across top of there, probably. Little highlight in. Pop some little highlights in and stuff, if you want. Because even this will fade right back. That colour fade, that white fades right. Put my autograph on it. Boogie, do it, Bertie D. There we are, BD for Bertie D. There we are. writing perfect. Quick look at that. Right. Yeah. Is that alright? You got a bit of free dimensional look to it there. Some hills there, mate. Distant hedgerows disappeared. So if you paint your, put them in a little bit stronger than what I did. So if you follow all my constructions except for that one where I put my hedgerows in a bit weak, you'll be walking down the pit. Job's a good one. I'll leave you with a little joke. I wrote a classical piece of music the other day in A flat, and then I got evicted. Why was it on beach?